All right. Let me get this party started. This is interesting. I accidentally closed the window that shows the workout I was supposed to do. Because I signed up for the Build Me Up training plan. And now, there's no way to find the workout. Like, it should be right here. It should be on the home page. Well, maybe. The good thing is they let you mark that something was actually done, so that's good. So okay, I can just pick the workout here. Ramp test workout. All right, another way to find it, I guess. And I'm gonna do La Rhine in France because I haven't done that course yet, apparently. Here we go. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single pedal stroke. So, the last few months, my cycling fitness has decreased. I'm not entirely sure why. I think it's a combination of things. But I think a lot of it is just kind of being generally unmotivated and unstructured to work hard at something. So I've just kind of been doing Zwift races when I want to, and those are kind of my hard days, and then doing easy stuff on the other days. But it just doesn't seem to be working real well. So when whatever you've done in the past isn't working anymore, it's time to do something different. So today I'm starting the 12-week Build Me Up training plan on Zwift. This is a solid training plan designed by Shane Gaffney, who no longer is at Zwift, but he was there for a few years as basically the head designer of workouts. He's also a guy who I paid to coach me for several months, so I know him real well. I know his knowledge and his approach, and I really appreciate his approach. He knows his stuff. He knows his physiology. He's able to look at the numbers, decipher your weaknesses and your strengths, and your trends. So today I'm going to start by doing a ramp FTP test. Now, why am I doing the ramp test and not the standard FTP test, you might ask? Well, because the standard FTP test sucks. That's why. Just don't feel like doing it. And honestly, nowadays, with the tech that we have, I don't think standard FTP tests are needed. You certainly don't need to do the whole go out and ride for an hour traditional FTP test. I think the algorithms we've got, the tech we've got, is enough to detect FTP quite nicely, as well as other intervals, kind of like the Sufferfest 4DP thing. It's not all about FTP. It's also about your 5-minute power, your 1-minute power, your sprint power, and of course your ability to recover in between those efforts. FTP is just one metric of many. Anyway, but it is a key metric because it determines the intervals that you're going to be using for the workouts. So I wanted to do a fresh FTP test today to see where my fitness is at in terms of FTP and set those intervals properly for the coming workouts. 100 watts. I can do this. It's been a while since I did a ramp test, probably 6 months, 5 or 6 months. The ramp test is really easy until it gets really hard. The concept is every minute you have to increase your power by 20 watts and you go until failure. You have to stay seated. You can see the instructions on the screen are telling me all this. You got to stay seated and just go until you fail. It's really easy right until you get about to your FTP range. Then it starts to hurt, and then you just got to keep going as long as you can. Your final FTP is computed as 75% of your best 1-minute power. So to keep the math simple, if your final minute you did 400 watts for 60 seconds, so that'd be your best 1-minute power, and then you failed right at the end of that. Your best 1 minute was 400 watts. Your FTP would be detected as 300 watts, which is 75% of 400. My guess is today I'm going to be between 300 and 320. I sure hope I'm not lower than that. And I highly doubt I'll be higher than that. In the past, I've done this, and my FTP has been detected as, I think, anywhere from between 315 to like 325. Those are kind of the ranges of FTP test results I've had. Turn my fan on. I'm hoping today If this ride isn't too taxing, it's really a short test. I'm going to spin my legs out after it and then try to do the 90-minute workout, kind of a week 1 workout. That's part of this training plan. We'll see though, I might end up doing a shorter, easier one. I gotta say, I'm not a fan of workout programs. No, not because they don't work, but because I don't enjoy doing them. I like to have the freedom to just do what I want. I like to be able to ride Zwift races 2 or 3 times a week. If I'm riding indoors a lot, in summer I might do less. But I think committing to a training plan is a good move for me right now. Get me out of the rut, force me to do something I am not naturally doing. And I think it might be helpful to others because I'm gonna write about it each week on Zwift Insider and just share my experience. There's a lot that happens in a long training plan. 12 weeks. I'm going to have to figure things out like, hey, if I want to ride outdoors, how do I do that and make it part of this training plan? Because you can execute the workouts outdoors if you want, and then mark them as finished. So I'll be doing some of that. I'll probably be skipping some of the workouts. Yeah, every week there's an easier workout. It's really just a recovery workout, pedaling drills and stuff. So, I might not do that one. Might skip something else. Watts. This is my chill zone right here, 200. That's what I can do in zone 2, kind of mid zone 2 in terms of heart rate. I do it for a long time. Then we get up to 220, 240. That's kind of top of zone 2. Starting to bump into tempo, which a lot of coaches will say is no man's land. You're not really getting anything done there. You're working harder than you should be on a recovery day, and you're not working hard enough to make real gains like you would on a hard day. It's better to make those easy days easy, make the hard days hard. Starting minute 8. The trick with this ramp test is, and with any erg workout, is you got to keep your cadence up. Once your cadence begins to slow, the resistance bumps up. You keep that wattage high, and you just spiral down to nothing. full fan speed. Get my body cooled. Got about 8 minutes left, probably. Something in that range. Means I'll be kind of near the top of the Petite KOM, nowhere near finishing the Lorraine route. Focus on cadence, focus on breathing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, oh. 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 Why am I going backwards? Oh, okay. Oh. Going on Strava, try to find the results of the last FTP test I did. Oh man. That's the last ramp test I did. That's in June. It's 318 watts in June. So it's actually surprising. Means I got slightly further today. The last 30 to 60 seconds, I think, of a ramp test. So hard. Your legs are just juiced up, burning, gasping for air. I think a lot of it takes a lot of mental fortitude to keep pushing, because you know it's not going to get any easier, right? Like if you make it to the next banner, it's just going to get harder. But you can't think about that. You got to think about just going another 10 seconds, you know? Interesting. I'm on the Zwift Hub trainer, and we're in free ride mode, which should just act like you're on flat ground, basically. But instead, it's like it's turned off the brake entirely, and no matter what gear I'm in, just keep spinning up. Oh, and then I realized, never mind. I'm at a 75 watt interval. Not a free ride. My bad, sorry, Sue. You're good. 75 watts, it's ridiculous. That's moving the legs without doing any work, basically, other than lifting the legs. Well, okay, I'm happy with the results of the FTP test. Happy that, at least in terms of what the ramp test says, my fitness hasn't tanked. But I think, as I said, there's more to it than whatever the ramp test tests. I feel like my endurance isn't really there for longer rides over an hour or so. One of the things I like about the Build Me Up program is there's a lot of 90-minute workouts, longer workouts. Anyway, I'm gonna go find my next workout to do. I'll stop this video for now and then do another one for the next workout.